Hey guys, welcome back to techgooch for another review video here with another whole home Wi-Fi router system. I apologize if you're watching this and you were anticipating this video. It's a little late, about a week late actually. Just got tied up with things. However, I am back with the eero Pro. So this is actually the third eero system that I've actually reviewed from the original eero system, which is basically very similar to this, just this is a lot more refreshed and more refined, especially with the speed capability of these guys. It's a 3-pack system. All 3 of the routers that are actually in the box or nodes are all the exact same device. So if you ever want to add more, you just buy more eero Pro units. Which makes it really easy to expand. So in essence, with this system, I could buy 2 of these actual boxes and have a 6-node system in the house. Not saying that most houses need that. My house does work best with at least 3 nodes. That's what I found for most systems. 2 if you're pushing it on some systems, but that's my house. So that, in essence, the 3-node system works really, really good for me. I could add a 4th, and it would just make things better and more refined in that space. What's the difference between this and the eero home? There's the eero home system is what I call it in the eero Pro. The home system has one of the main eero routers and then 2 of their smaller beacons, which do not have any wired ports. Like this one has 2 Ethernet ports on the back side to share if you're on a secondary node. You can either do wireless setup with all 3 of these, so one actually wired to the modem that you would have or your internet connection, and then the other 2 being fully wireless, just placed somewhere. You can actually buy wall mounts for these, so third parties do make wall mounts for these guys, and I might actually get one of those in the end, based on where I actually do have one of these wireless in my home. You can also do wired setup as well, so you can actually wire these and daisy chain them together. Now, wired backhaul is definitely faster, it's more robust, and you can place them further apart because they don't have to have a wireless signal between them, but you have to have an Ethernet cable running, which most people probably don't have in their home. I have done a full setup video on this, and if you haven't watched that, I definitely recommend watching that. I will place a card as well as the link in the description where you can watch my setup video. It is covering both wired and wireless setup. So basically, I do it how I actually have it set up. I set up the main one, I wire the second one, I do a wireless for the third one. So you get a gist of all 3 setups. The nice thing about the eero is, once it actually does the setup, it tells you how well you actually placed it. Hey, you might want to bring it closer. Hey, it's perfect, great, awesome. It tells you everything in the app. With setup-wise, the eero system is, and I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can with this. Eero, I think, is the second easiest system that I've ever set up. I have set up a lot of whole home systems. If you've been watching my channel or been following me for a while, I've done the Orbis, I've done the Orbi Pro, I've done the Velop, I've done the Deco, I've done, the original eero, the eero Home, as well as this. And to be honest, all 3 of the eero systems set up very, very similarly, so I can't say that one is better than the other for setup-wise. It's just speed-wise that they're different, really, and the capability of the eero Pro with the wired ports to share things too. So I've done all of these various systems. I've done the Ubiquiti Amplify system, and if I'm to be honest about it, the Amplify system is the easiest thing to ever set up. Anybody can set that system up. It's really a close second with the eero, to be honest. Not quite as easy as the Amplify, but definitely easy. It definitely walks you like hand in hand through the entire setup procedure. However, I do have a setup video, so if you want to get comfortable with it, check that out. Speed-wise, it is a very fast system for a whole home system. Is it a gaming router? No, it is not. If you are a person that's looking for absolute capability and manipulation within your router system, you're not going to look for a whole home system as it is. So if you're looking for one of the systems, sorry to disappoint you, this is not one of those systems. However, if you're looking for a blanket Wi-Fi coverage in your home, specifically very, very good, fast Wi-Fi, really good coverage in Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi that's not going to go out on you, this is one of those systems I would highly recommend taking a peek at. To be honest about it, like I said, I've tested all of these systems, all of the big systems on the market, aside from the Google products. That's the Google and the Samsung products. Those are the 2 whole home systems that I really haven't touched yet. I would love to. If you're in charge of those systems, I'd love to check your system out. But that said, those aside, I've done a lot of setups and I've used them all, and I require me actually having hands-on use with these for over a week, if not more. In this case, I've had this for close to 3 weeks, I think, set up. I have not had to restart, reset, or unplug and restart any of these nodes in the entire procedure. So if I'm talking about a system that doesn't go down, that is a huge thumbs up to me. What I really grade, in my opinion, for me is it fast enough to actually run full high definition or 4K video over my network? Will my Plex server run off my computer wirelessly or wired to my Apple TV without any interruption? Will I have full coverage in every spot in my home? Am I going to have dead spots? Things like that. That's what I really judge things on. I do not judge things, oh, let's get out the speed test into this. That is a part of it. I'm not saying that's not a part of it. I definitely want to see speed ratings and capability of this. But I'm not going to dive into full-on numbers, because if I'm going to tell you how fast the second node is wirelessly, well, that's based on my house and my setting with my walls, and that's way different than your setup is. However, my home does not like Wi-Fi. So with that said, I do have a pretty good system in front of me, to be honest, because it covers my home very well. I do not have any dead zones. There's only 2 systems that I've ever tested in my entire career that I haven't had dead zones with, and this is one of them. The other one's the Amplify system. However, the big thing and why this costs more than even like the Amplifier or some of the other ones out there is the capability and the speed of these systems, the setup, the support that you get from eero, as well as wired ports at all 3 of the routers. So even if you have a wireless extension with one of these nodes and it's maybe by your home theater equipment, you can plug your TV, you can plug your Xbox or your PS4 into this, and that way have a dedicated line from this to the other one. So you're not going Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, wired to Wi-Fi. So capability within the eero is fantastic. They use USB-C for powering. I think that's a huge bonus, because it just makes it easier if something was to go wrong with this to replace this. It's simpler than having some kind of a proprietary connection. Easy system or easy sync button on the back here. You can also use that to reset these guys if you need to reset them and restart the setup or anything like that. Like I said, I have not had to do that. I did the setup actually as I took it out of the box, so I did not have to reset this one when I actually did it. So speed capability is awesome. Like I said, everything is app based on this guy. I'm going to actually pull out the app here now, and we're going to go through at least a little bit, not every single corner of the app, but that way you get at least a fine-tuned comb of what you're expecting with this. Big benefit, in my opinion, is able to access the system and actually monitor the system from wherever you have internet access. So if you are in Florida and your house is in my case, Iowa, I can see what's going on on my router. How many devices are currently connected to it? It doesn't have, obviously, if it has internet, it should have internet if I have access to it. But I can actually monitor it and see this. I can even do a speed test run from wherever I am. So let's pull open the app, let's show you that, and we'll go from there. So I have the eero app in my smart home app, so I'm going to open up the eero app here real quick. So it's check dining room. Yep, well that's because the dining room one is actually sitting on my desk. So it tells you if you actually have one that goes offline. In this case, my dining room one is offline, but that's okay. The other 2 are still connected. I actually have 31 devices connected, as you can see here on the top. I can see things right off the top, some of the devices currently by usage, currently right now. These are the ones that are actually using the internet. A lot of the other devices are not. You can obviously see down here the actual setup where I have the living room, the bedroom, and the dining room. The dining room is the one that's offline. And then the last speed test I did not do this speed test. Actually, it does it automatically every so often. If I check on this, I can actually do a speed run. Let's go ahead and run a speed test right now. Like I said, there are a couple devices that are currently using it. My daughter's, I think, on her iPad right now. But that's all right. We'll just run a speed test here real quick to see how it goes. We are online with the internet. It does tell you that real quick. It tells you all the previous speed tests that have been run. It does at least 1 per day. That's what I found, automatically. And then obviously you can run speed tests whenever you desire that you want to. So that's obviously a big bonus there as well. So we'll give it a moment to run its speed test. All right, so 148.38. So I pay for, technically I think it's 200. So that's about right. Obviously 183 is what I got this morning at 3:05 a.m. when nobody was on it. And as it's being used, of course I'm not going to get as fast, but that's all right. Hit the X here. If I go into the setup, so I can actually click on one of these. So like the living room is actually a secondary eero. If I click on that, it's actually a wired status. It's not a Wi-Fi setup. It tells me where I can obviously change its location if I want to at any time. I can change the LED lights. Right now they're on. I can flip those off if I don't want them on. So if you have it in like a bedroom, things like that, you may want them off if you don't want those lights bothering you. Tells you the IP address, tells you details on all the information there. And then you can restart or remove the eero from the system. So if you know you're having issues with one eero, you can restart that specific eero. Actually, I think if you restart eero, I think it might actually restart the whole system. Bedroom is the main one, so it's actually going to give you information on my main one. Same exact information there. If I go into the setup over here, I can actually change guest access, family profile. So family profiles, you can actually put in system, and limit access for your family members. Network settings, if we go into that one, this will tell you your IP, your network password, things like that if you want to change that. Security Plus, your eero does offer their eero Plus system, which I have not actually tested. That is one thing I haven't tested yet. It's their security capability. Basically gives you 24/7 full protection on your network. Ad blocking, everything all automatically. I have not done it yet, so this is not a review with that in mind. I may actually do that review at a later date, to be honest. So if you're interested in that, keep posted for a video on that. I probably will do a video on it. Network up to date, so if you need an update on your firmware or anything like that. Advanced settings, you can change your DNS, your NAT, your reservations, and port forwarding. So all of that is right here in the actual app itself. Restart network is obviously restarting the whole system. I think the other one was a single eero restart. If we go back here, we can go to, as you can see, eero Plus and upgrade to that. I think you do get a free month, I believe. Yeah, 30-day free trial if you want to do it. So that's something that you can do here. Add an eero, so if you already have a system, maybe you want to add another node, you can do that there. Help, if you have help, account, and then switch network. So if you actually have an eero at work and maybe an eero at home, and you want to be able to switch between the networks, you can do that here in the menu as well. So that is the gist on the actual app. Quick and easy, and pretty awesome, to be honest. And if you want to see how to set it up, in my setup video, it shows you how to set up from the start. I also wanted to show you real quick, I guess, because I didn't show you in the family profiles, what you can do is you can actually create family members or groups, for instance. So like I have my whole family here, but let's say I want to add in just one just for my smart devices. So let's say if I want to take my light switches and stuff offline, I can create one. Let's just call it switches. Hit next. And in here I can just add in whatever, like for instance I have my Lutron in here. Where is that? Oh, there we go. So my Lutron's in there, maybe my Philips Hue. Let's add those in there, so hit save. And now I can actually just, at any time, even out here on switches, I can just hit pause. And now those switches do not have access to the internet. And I can start them back up. I can do the same thing with maybe all of my Amazon or my Echo devices or anything like that. I can pause them at any time. For instance, if for some reason I want to take my daughter's stuff offline or my stuff offline, I can do that. So it just adds in capability. You can also schedule pause time. So like if you have, hey, my daughter's at 8 o'clock p.m. I don't want them on their iPads anymore. I want them getting ready for bed or whichever. You can do that in these settings. And then filters with the safe filters with the eero Plus, you can actually put in filters in place as well. So that's the eero Pro. Now, eero sent this to me. They sent it to me so I could do a video on it to show you guys it and see what my thoughts on the system are. If it's not good, I'm going to tell you it's not good. I would lose all credibility if I was dishonest in any way with you guys. You guys are my audience. You're more important than any of these companies that are sending me products. That said, however, this is one of the two systems that I would recommend to anybody looking for a whole home Wi-Fi system. Like I said, I'm not talking about gaming routers. I'm not talking about people that are just high-intensive wired usage. People that have connected devices, mainly wireless, throughout the entire house. There are two systems out there, this being one of the systems that I would highly recommend. The eero Home, I would bump you up to this if I can. If I'm at the eero Home price point, I'd honestly have to recommend the Ubiquiti Amplify system. I think it's a better system. I think it has better coverage than the eero Home system does. The antennas in the beacons are not the same as the antennas that are in the main router here, whereas the eero Pro, 2 thumbs up. Love this system. Really do love this system. So with that said, guys, like I said, I'm not going into everything. The only thing that comes in the box is 3 of these hockey puck little guys, 3 power adapters, and an Ethernet cable to plug this into your router. Everything else is done through the app. All the setup, all the questions, all the help is all done through the app. So what you need with this is a smart device, a phone or a tablet of some kind of smart device. Download that eero app, purchase the eero system, and you're good from there. Now, I will post links where you can purchase this on Amazon. If you do purchase through Amazon through those affiliate links, you are supporting the show here. It's a way to me to boost my capability of getting more products in, to be honest. This one was sent to me, but not everything is. I do purchase a lot for this channel. So, and of course, upgrading equipment. I need new video lighting. So that said, I want to thank you very, very much for watching. Thanks for all of my supporters out there. Subscribe down below. Share the video so more people find this. Like it. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me know what you don't like about it, because I don't do a whole lot of crazy editing with my videos. I'm more of a raw type of person. That's actually why I started this channel way back when, 7 years ago. And I just want to show you guys what I think. Take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, everybody has their own opinion. But that said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. Otherwise, check it out. Check out the links. And check out my setup video. With that said, catch you on a future video. Thanks for watching.